Texas launches a $30 million LEO satellite broadband grant program. Olivia Trusty nominated to become the newest FCC commissioner. A big subsea fiber project to serve Alaska's Kodiak Island. Cox Communications drops its lawsuit against Rhode Island. And the Fiber Broadband Association releases news of just how much fiber expansion occurred during 2024. Those stories and more on This Week in the Broadband Universe. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Craig Corbett. The Lone Star State launching a $30 million low Earth orbit satellite grant program for rural connectivity. The Texas Broadband Development Office has indicated that an official solicitation will be released during the spring. Funding slated to come from the Texas Broadband Infrastructure Fund, with the program initially targeting unserved areas not covered by the Bringing Online Opportunities to Texas, or BOOT, program, which is focused on fiber. Cox Communications has dropped litigation against the Rhode Island Commerce Corporation, challenging how the state planned to use its $108 million in BEAD funding. Cox Communications filed the lawsuit in September of last year, arguing that state maps for BEAD funding allocation failed to account for all existing infrastructure and underestimated internet speeds. Olivia Trusty has been nominated to serve as an FCC commissioner. Trusty, currently policy director for the U.S. Senate Committee on Science, Commerce, and Transportation. She earned her bachelor's degree in political science from the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, and a master's in American government from Georgetown University. Current FCC Commissioner Ana Gomez released a statement congratulating Trusty on her nomination and describing Trusty as a widely respected, consummate professional with a strong background in communications policy. Trusty's nomination awaits Senate confirmation. Netflix continues its unabated growth, adding nearly 19 million subscribers during the fourth quarter of 2024, passing 300 million total subs. Annual revenue grew 16% to $39 billion, with operating margin expanding to 27%. And for good measure, Netflix announcing a price hike, bumping its premium tier by $2 up to $24.99. The ad-supported tier jumping $1 a month, and the standard ad-free tier increasing $2.50 per month. In other news, a joint subsea fiber optic project between Alaska Communications and Old Harbor Native Corporation will bring broadband connectivity to 4 tribal communities on Kodiak Island. The subsea cable for Project Nunapet will be installed along the eastern coast of Kodiak Island for a total of 155 miles. Funding from a Tribal Broadband Connectivity Program Round 2 grant. Project Nunapet will bring broadband connections to 600 locations on the Uzuniki, Narrow Cape, Old Harbor, and Okiok communities. 10.3 million U.S. homes were passed by fiber in 2024. That from the Fiber Broadband Association announcement of results from the Fiber Deployment Survey conducted by RVA LLC Market Research and Consulting. The new fiber deployments bring the total of U.S. homes passed with fiber to more than 88 million, continued growth expected over the next 5 years. The survey also suggests that fiber now passes 56.5% of U.S. households, with fiber take rates growing to an average of more than 45%. I told you last week about adoption of the New York State Internet Affordable Broadband Act, requiring ISPs to provide $15 or $20 monthly service to low-income subscribers. In response, AT&T will no longer provide its 5G home internet service in the Empire State. New York law requires ISPs with more than 20,000 customers in the state to comply. Data centers require a substantial amount of energy to operate. This week, Georgia energy regulators have created guardrails around the proliferation of new data centers popping up across the Peach State. Georgia Public Service Commission unanimously approving a rule allowing new large load Georgia Power customers using more than 100 megawatts of electricity to be billed based on the risks associated with the projects. Data centers would pay transmission and distribution costs incurred as construction of data centers progress. In addition, any new Georgia Power contracts with large load customers must now be submitted to the PSC for review. Consumer advocates have complained that the rapid growth of data centers in Georgia is driving up residential and small business electricity rates. PSC Commissioner Lauren Bubba McDonald indicating that Data center power usage will be among the issues addressed later this month with the new Integrated Resource Plan is filed. IRPs outline the mix of energy sources the Atlanta-based utility intends to rely on for power generation during the next 2 decades. The Massachusetts Broadband Institute has announced more than $12 million in broadband grants, Comcast taking the lion's share with awards totaling better than $11 million for projects in 93 Massachusetts communities. Verizon New England receiving $1.3 million for broadband projects in the towns of Eastham, Millville, and Templeton. And finally, a number to provide a little food for thought. When it comes to what we use our phones for, the primary thing is social media. According to the State of Mobile 2025 report from app analytics firm Sensor Tower, during 2024, consumers spent nearly 2.4 trillion hours on social media apps. No surprise, TikTok number 1, and number 2 on the list, WhatsApp. 2.4 trillion hours. That's a lot of hours. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on This Week in the Broadband Universe.